How to use a Rada cutlery knife sharpener that has the wheels. It is said this intersection here where the knife slides between these two wheels is supposed to be 38 degrees. Rada knives and their knife sharpener, they are all 100% made in America. This video is not affiliated with them, nor do I receive a commission or anything. I just really enjoy Rada knives. They are by far my favorite. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use this wheel. Alright, now this knife sharpening wheel, it can be used for right-handed people or left-handed people. You simply rotate it. Okay, so if you're right-handed, you hold it like this. If you're left-handed, you hold it like this. And then you put the knife through this way. So you can hold the knife sharpening wheel with your hands like this, holding the side opposite of the wheels, and just hold it firmly down and use this finger to help push down here because you want this stable. You don't want it moving around and flopping around while you're sharpening. You also want to have the edge of the sharpener in line with the edge of the counter that you're working on. And this is just something I do because if you have it, you know, where you have, like I have a wood counter here. So if you have it to where there's some wood, then when you go to sharpen and you get down to the tip, it wants to hit down. So you don't want tiny little nicks in your countertop. So that's why I have it at the edge of the counter. That way when it goes down, it just goes down into the air, okay, at the open space. So my countertop's not getting scratched or nicked. All right, so I'm going to show you from 3 different angles. One will be this angle, one will be above angle, and then one will be from, you will be facing the other side. All right, so again, you can hold it firmly down, or you can get like a wet rag and put on the counter and then put this on it to help keep it from sliding, or you can just get one of these rubber gripper things. Okay. Another way you can hold it when you have it on a rubber gripper or a wet rag is you can just take your fingers and just hold it firmly down this way. Just whatever is comfortable for you. Right? And you want your knives to be clean and dry, and this is also needs to be dry. You just take your knife and you start from the back end of the blade and go all the way to the tip. And you don't go down with heavy pressure. You go down with light pressure, but firmly. And just do it as many times as it needs to sharpen your knife. You may only need to do it twice, or you may need to do it 4 or 6 times. But also, you want to have your eyes angled with this knife here, because you want to make sure that you're going through smoothly and straightly. And if you're like way over here and you're going here, you might have the knife tilted a little bit, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that it is nice and even. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and you can feel it. Okay, it feels sharp. Now, you can just dust this knife off, take a damp cloth and wipe it off. You just want to make sure that you get off those little metal shavings. And then I also like to take this and just like tap it out, you know, roll the wheels around a time before moving on to the next knife. Okay, so now we're going to sharpen my chef's knife. Earlier, I said it was important to make sure that you are going straight through, that you're in line with it, but it's also important that you go with the curve of the knife blade. Okay, so again, we start at the back. So again, we start at the back and we go to the tip. And you want to also make sure that as you're going, while you do go with the curve of the blade, but you're also at a 90-degree angle with the sharpening wheels. So now we're going to be sharpening my larger chef's knife. This is what it looks like from my angle. Okay, now let me try to lower you. Again, I have the camera between my body and this, so hopefully I don't bump the camera and make you fall over. I keep my Rada knives right here above the kitchen sink on each side of a cabinet. And these are magnetic knife blocks that I got a few years ago for Christmas. Vevor, however you pronounce that. I have some steak knives. I have a boner or carver knife with a flexible tip. And then I have, this is my large serrated knife. I use this for cutting sourdough bread. I use this for, this is my tomato slicer. I use it for slicing tomatoes and sometimes cheese and other smaller loaves of bread. I actually had a Rada cheese slicer and it did not do anything. It was really bad. I have this longer serrated knife. I use this for cutting my yeasted breads that are softer, obviously, than sourdough. So this is like my, just a softer bread knife, like my whole wheat breads or any breads, but that's what I use this one for. Then I have a couple chef's knife here, one of these knives, and then these I call my granny knives. I use these. These are my favorite. So this knife, this one, and my tomato slicer, those are 22 years old. I got those for my wedding. And these other ones are pretty old as well, but they all hold an edge. They are used regularly, and they are very great quality. As far as washing them, you do not put them in the dishwasher at all. The way that I wash mine, obviously, is by hand, but as soon as I am done using it, I rinse it off immediately. If I can wash it, I wash it, but otherwise I rinse it off immediately and I do not let it soak in water. Especially if it had anything acidic on it, like a lemon or some type of vinegar product or even garlic or onion. I rinse it off, wash it off immediately as well because you don't want them to tarnish. And then after washing them, I towel dry them and hang them right up. That is it. Thanks for watching.